so happy. This is our first truly virtual streamed concert after all the last 15 years of doing in-person concerts. And of course, the last concert we did was these two schools a year ago, February, just before the COVID shutdown. And so it's been a remarkable year. And I just, Ilana and I and everybody with MAPS I take my hat off and my hair and everything to you all for how hard you've worked this year and just come up with fantastic work. So we're really excited. I want to make sure that I mentioned that the Valley Home Improvement, the Silverman family, which of course Jack was a long time MAPS member, is supported, come up and supported this program tonight. So that's a really cool thing. And they've been in the MAPS family, it seems like forever. And Jack, of course, is down in Nashville making his living as a musician. So that's a really cool thing. And so what I really want to do is turn this over to the teachers, to Matthew and to Janet and to Allie, and let them just talk a little bit. They're the ones who have really worked so diligently to bring everybody together and even then make it possible that we can really, for all intents and purposes, have a concert in much of the same way, except for the not live thing, tonight. So what you want to start off, Matthew, and then we'll go from there.
Unmute. Okay. Hey, everyone. Whew, it's going to be a good night. So, bueno, no hablo mucho en español, pero por esta noche, primeramente, bienvenidos a toda la familia de la isla Borinquen, la isla más bella del mundo, llena de la historia, la cultura, la poesía, con un alma indestructible. Gracias, gracias por toda su inspiración y bendiciones a todos. Okay, so with that said, just welcome everyone. I'm super happy everyone could come out tonight for this, truly remarkable event. Obviously, it's been a really challenging year in many ways, but these kids have been amazing with what they've been able to accomplish, right? In fact, I think there's certain ways that that this pandemic has kind of pushed us even further than we normally would go with some of these songs. They're more polished and professional sounding than ever before. But it's been hard, it's been a struggle trying to collaborate. Maybe some of the kids will talk about that in a bit as well. But I'll say one of the greatest things I think this pandemic has done was to bring these two groups of young people together to, share their lives, their stories, their art, their culture, their dreams in ways that, we've not really been able to do before. I guess, it's no secret that the history between the United States and Puerto Rico has been a troubled one, to say the least. And it's really been beautiful to see the youth of these two connected yet, different places come together in all these ways, share, their lives. I feel like in the meetings that I've been with them, I've been really struck by their openness, that they're able to share themselves and their hopes for the future. I remember a little story, like after our last session together, I felt just so proud of all of these kids and felt like this world is in good hands. If there's one thing that I saw that really kind of tied them together, it's that this generation wants to make a change. This generation wants to make a difference in the world. And I feel like this is very much reflected in the songs and the poems you're going to hear tonight. They're just chock full of, stories of just relationships and history and family issues and, questions of culture, gender, sexual identity, politics. It's all infused and clearly in the forefront of these kids' minds. So it's been really beautiful to see how this kind of consciousness is happening just everywhere with this generation. And just lastly, to the students from Añasco in particular, just thank you. I want to thank you and really acknowledge you for your courage, putting your stories out there. Sharing poetry is a hard thing. And for embracing, of course, the humanity and the creativity of the kids from PVPA. So thank you so much. Your ancestors are smiling upon you, and the future is looking bright with you all at the helm. So we love you. Love and blessings to you all. Thank you so much to Tom and Ilana for letting us come together like this. And I will turn it over from here to Janet.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Janet Nieves. I'm a teacher at the bilingual school, Alcides Figueroa Añasco. And what can I say? Matthew has said almost everything, and it's wonderful. Thank you, Matthew. And it's been a year filled with a lot of challenges, right? And I think that we were able to overcome all of these using virtual meets. The students had a wonderful opportunity to be able to create, share their experiences, their culture, and to shine. And both the students at AFS and at Pine Valley also, I mean, it's so wonderful. Just they're from different backgrounds, different cultures, and they join and they're able to understand each other, and it's been wonderful. And I'm so excited about this activity, right? The culmination of all this year's work. And I really do look forward to the future of us continuing to collaborate with MAPS. So Matthew, Ilana, Tom, students from Pine Valley, thank you so much. You've made this year a really wonderful experience, okay? So sorry about that. I'm a pet lover and we have a lot of dogs running around. I'm going to leave Alexandra Tubengs to share. So thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alexandra. I'm, like Janet said, I'm really excited about tonight. I share the link with a lot of people, so I hope some of them are here. I just want to see, the fruits of this labor, because the kids have done so much work. Janet and I are just kind of behind the scenes, more she than me, just, working, but they have done, a tremendous job. And, this year, like last year, we were disappointed that, students could not come to Puerto Rico. And we had, we were planning and we were really excited. We were getting people, to help us out. And that didn't go through. And this year, well, everybody's at home, but hopefully, we could do this, physical get together, right? Some other time we can hug each other, give us, when we can kiss, we can kiss. And just, I'm just excited for tonight. I want to see what everybody has contributed to this project. And I'm also really grateful that our school was given the chance to to do this, and hopefully, like Janet said, we can continue to collaborate in many ways. And I think that one of the positive things that this pandemic has left us is that we were able to do this, right? So last year the kids didn't really interact, but this, our virtual reality that we are living right now allowed for us to do that, and it has been really wonderful. So nada, I'm not gonna say anything else. I just want to enjoy the show.
Thanks for that. So we're about to kick things off. Just a reminder that just while the poems and the songs are playing, to please mute so as not to interrupt. And don't be alarmed if I just come through and mute you if I see it here unmuted. You're going to hear from some of the students, but also just a quick note to them, like, yes, I know that you all are proud of your work, but try to keep what you want to say to a minimum so that we're not keeping people here too late. So with that being said, we're going to kick it off with the first poem called Borinquen Clamor.
Between dreams and illusions, I awaited their arrival. Our decorated homes is tradition celebrated. Thousands of children prepare the buses, hoping to celebrate the day of the wise men. January 7 will never be forgotten. When a strong earthquake our life shook. I heard the roar of torrent trains and my heart trembled. Your soul was beating with deep pain. That fateful day, your beauty was restored. From your cause to your green valleys and up to the mountains, tremble with pain, seeing your children suffering with fear. My eyes fill with tears, seeing so much destruction, so many shattered villages submerged in terror. Life and destiny changed. Many left the island. Today, I see your efforts destroyed in seconds. I ask heaven to console your heart. I lift my eyes to the sky, pleading for compassion. Thousands of families have lost their illusion after buying a loving home for their children. Oh, Puerto Rico of my soul, how much pain in my brothers. Today, I ask heaven for compassion. Out through the sky, shield them, give them your protection, that they do not lose hope and they fight with courage. Today, people stand up firmly and with love. We are united and powerful people. This fight belongs to everyone. Let's rebuild with love and let's help our brothers with the blessing of God.
Yeah. So all of the footage that you saw in that video was taken by the poet. All right, so the song version, I think the songwriter for this next song would like to say a few words. So Kay, if you're there, please take it away.
Yeah, so this song for me, I felt like this song needed a lot of people on it, especially for the chorus. So I asked pretty much the majority of MAPs who are singers to sort of jump on the chorus after I'd finished the groundwork of this song. Yeah, it's Matthew and I worked on it as sort of like a funk song in a way. Yeah.
I ask heaven with what? Thousands of children prepare their boxes, hoping to celebrate the day of the wise man. Life's changed with destiny, and many of the island have left. Between dreams and illusions, I await their arrival. This pride belongs to everyone. Filled with love. Help our brothers with the blessing of God above. Love, love, love. They do not lose hope. They fight with courage. Today I see your efforts destroyed in seconds. Seeing your children suffering. It brings This pride belongs to everyone. Filled with love. Help our brothers with the blessing of God above. Love, love, love. This pride belongs to everyone. Filled with love. Help our brothers with the blessing of God above. Love, love, love.
Yeah. So all of the songs feature artwork from students from both AFS and PVPA. And you'll see that in, I will post in the chat sort of who's featured on the songs and who did what artwork. So next up, we have got a poem called Capricorn, My Love.
Capricorn, My Love by Leandra Lu. She gets up at night, waiting for him to arrive. She looks out the window up to the sky, and all she sees is a shiny, bright light. Is it a satellite? Or maybe it's a meteorite? Or maybe her believing that their love is still alive. 88 constellations, 12 for zodiacal. She only has affection for the one she is identical. Maybe it's that Pisces does not mix with Capricorn. Maybe it's a satellite. Maybe it's a meteorite. She gets back to bed, waiting for him to arrive. This time, she's far of the light she saw in the sky. Is it a satellite? Or maybe it's a meteorite? Or maybe her believing?
Yes. All right, now for the song version.
She gets up at night, waiting for him to arrive. She looks out the window, up to the sky. All she sees is a bright, shiny light, waiting for her love to arrive. Is it a satellite, or maybe a meteorite, or maybe her believing that her love is alive? 88 constellations, 12 are zodiacal, but she only feels affection for the one she is identical. Is it a satellite, or maybe a meteorite, or maybe her believing that her love is alive? Maybe it's that Pisces does not mix with Capricorn. Maybe it's a satellite, maybe it's a meteor. Is it a satellite, or maybe a meteorite, or maybe her believing that her love is alive? She gets back to bed, waiting for him to arrive. This time she's part of the night, the light she saw in the sky.
Yes, Zeta.
Ode to Those Broken Creatures by Alexandra Arroyo. I know you. No, not by name, but by the look in your eyes. I see the stories you keep as you watch the world pass by. I see your smile, weary but bright, a smile that could light up even the darkest of night. I see the scars you wear like the finest jewelry, a perfect mix of grace and cruelty. I see your tale, ferocious, sorrowful, and ringed with laughter, a tale so beautiful that it should be shouted out from the rafters. I see you, for the war and beauty you are, the greatest treasure given to the world by far. I see you, broken child, and know the burden you bear, all of the shades you made, fallen, betrayed by your stare. And by the way you looked at me, I knew that you saw in me what I saw in you.
I see your smile, weary but bright, smiles glide, even the darkest of nights. And I see the stars, you wear like finest jewelry, perfect mix of grace and cruelty. And I see your tale, ferocious sorrowful ring with laughter. Tis so beautiful it should be shouted from the rafters. And I see you, born beauty you are, greatest treasure given to the world by far. And by the way you looked at me, I knew what you saw in me is what I saw in you. And I see your tale, ferocious sorrowful ringed with laughter. 'Tis so beautiful it should be shouted from the rafters. Not by name, but the look in your eyes. See the stories as you watch the world pass by. All the facades betrayed by your stare. I see you, broken child, and know the burden you bear. And I see your tale, ferocious sorrowful ringed with laughter. It says the beautiful should be shouted from the rafters. And I see your tale, ferocious sorrowful ringed with laughter. It says the beautiful should be shouted from the rafters.
So the next poem is called One Last Time. And Shailise, if you're there and would like to speak a little bit about this poem, we'd love to hear from you.
Hello. So One Last Time is a poem that I wrote, and it's very special to me because it talks about a topic, especially immigration, not just in our country, but in every country. It takes a topic in a way that anyone can feel identified with it, no matter where you're from. And that's what I like about it. And I hope you like my recitation and like the music as much as I did doing all the process of writing and editing my video and my poem. So thank you so much.
Noticia de última hora. Una gran cantidad de puertorriqueños abandonan nuestra isla para ir a los Estados Unidos en busca de una mejor calidad de vida.
En mi viejo San Juan, cuántos sueños forjé.
Last Time by Charlize Velasquez Torres. One day, I had to leave. I placed my heart and my tears inside a suitcase with the laborious hands that had worked day and night to sustain my most valuable treasures, the same way that my ancestors once did. I looked at the wrinkled eyes that I had seen grow old for one last time. I knew that from here, there was no coming back. But my illusions made me believe, hope, that there would be another one last time. As I stood in front of the craft that would cross me our seas, I remained still, savoring every slight detail I had not appreciated until now. I listened with awe, the tongue that I would hear for one last time. I felt the breeze and heat enter my skin for one last time. I stared at the ocean while wiping away my tears at the thought that I might never see this land again. Now, in my last breath, I understand the truth with sorrow, that that day was the only one last time.
Equivalito va pensando así, diciendo así, llorando así por el camino. ¿Qué será de morir, mi Dios querido? ¿Qué será de mis hijos y de mi hogar?
One day I had to leave. I placed my heart and my tears, they went inside the suitcase with my laborious hand that had worked day and night to sustain my most valuable treasures, the same way that my ancestors once did. I looked at the wrinkled eyes that had seen grow old for one last time. I knew that from here there was no coming back, but my illusions made me believe, hope that there would be another one last time. I stood in front of the craft that would cross me overseas. I remain still, savoring every slight detail I hadn't appreciated until now. I listened with awe, the tongue that I would hear for one last time. I felt the breeze and heat entering my skin for one last time. I looked at the wrinkled eyes that had seen grow old for one last time. I knew that from here there was no coming back, and my illusions made me believe, hope that there would be another one last time. Stare at the ocean while wiping away my tears at the thought that I might never see this, might never see this, might never see this land again. Now in my going back when my illusions made me believe. Hope that there would be another one last time. I looked at the wrinkled eyes that had seen growth for one last time. I knew that from here there was no coming back, but my illusions made me believe. Hope that there would be another one last time.
The matter of life. Fighting. For what? Power. For what? To satisfy yourself? People these days don't know what they should really care about. Everyone knows your childhood was poor, hungry, and devastating. But do you remember what actually matters? You still had a family who loved you. You worked hard to earn money. You made a life in a family. But your money and power got on the top of your head. Your memories and happiness are dead. You wanted to control and have power. But now, who ended up controlling who? Every time I warn you, you said it doesn't matter. But you will see. You're drowning in your money. There is not a soul, just a robot. You never come to dinner. Your kids and your wife barely see you. They warned you, and you didn't listen. Now the worst will come, and you will feel it. As you watch her pack her stuff, good memories in life blew away. Those confused and worried kids, they wanted their dad to play. When they left, you realize what is the matter of life. But it's too late. You become depressed. Your feelings destroy your business. You feel hopeless. Power is great because you're successful. But is it successful feeling lonely?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna hear the song version of that next.
What is the matter of life? Fighting for what? Power for what? Good memories like blown away. What will you say? Is it too late? Is it too late? Satisfy yourself, people these days don't know. You wanted the power and control. Everyone knows your childhood is devastating, poor and hungry. Do you remember what actually matters? You still had a family who loved you, who wanted you. Happiness are dead. You became depressed in case that your business went down. You felt helpless. Power is great 'cause you were successful, feeling lonely.
controlling who. Every time I want you, say it didn't matter. You never come to dinner. You're drowning with your money. They warned you, didn't listen. You will feel it. What is the matter of life? Hurting for what? Power for what? Good memories that went away. What will you say? What will you say? Is it too late?
Yes. So this next poem is actually a surprise to the poet because she wrote this poem last year, but we weren't able to write a song for it last year. So we actually decided to put it in the program again this year and make sure that there's a song with it this time. So Julissa, this is the Song of Forgotten Land. Julissa, if you're here, would you like to talk a little bit about this poem?
Sure, of course. All right, let me turn on my camera. Well, I wrote the Song of a Forgotten Land thinking about the theme that my teacher told me you guys were going to cover, that you guys were so touched seeing Puerto Rico rise from the shambles that Maria did to us, that I had the idea the moment the teacher said the theme. So I wanted to combine that Puerto Rican pride I have along with what I saw around me, and I wanted to capture it into a poem. And really, it makes me happy that you guys wrote a song for it, even though I really liked how you guys put it at the ending of your concert last year. So really, it's a surprise, and I can't wait to hear it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Julissa Crespo Ramos. I'm a 10th grader in the Alcides Figueroa Bilingual School here in Añasco, Puerto Rico. And today, or right now, I'm gonna present my poem called The Song of a Forgotten Land. Oh, what humble of a land, with shores of pure sand. Who could have thought that a demand from a devastation might have been the start of this patriotic population? Island of mine, I am yours. For your shores are nothing to be ignored. Island of mine, I am yours. For the people of yours are always to care for. From free-spirited to the hands of the leaders of the world, this blue and red flag has served as inspiration to the generations who have been here longer than the foreign lands you and I know. To the 50 stars we may belong, but our heartbeats will always remain strong. Tyranny could only last for so long, unless you're in Puerto Rico, where your stand won't be prolonged. Island of mine, I am yours, for your shores are nothing to ignore. Island of mine, I am yours. The love you carry cannot be postponed. Adversities we have faced, tragedies to overcome, hurricane hits to the face, deaths that their pays will never come. This heritage of theirs is nothing to be ashamed of. Those Puerto Ricans carry a passion unique from any other place your eyes had laid on. The natural disaster named after the Virgin might have brought destruction and disorder, but all it did was to make us see what really is in front of us. This identity I search shall be nothing out of reach, for living under the tropic sun only brings days of tradition and fun. Island of mine, I am yours, for your shores are nothing to ignore. Island of mine, I am yours. Ojalá its full beauty can be shown. Thank you.
So, Kay, do you want to talk a little bit about the song before I play it?
Yeah, so this song took us a little while to write because we had a bunch of rough drafts of what we like different genres we could put to this song. So we finally came to a conclusion of I feel like it's a mix of genres. I can't really pick out one, but yeah.
This identity of the blue and red flag I suffer.
So we're gonna move on to the next poem, and it's called Sometimes When You Forget, It's Like a Part of You is Dead. And Maura, if you would like to speak on this poem, please do. Maura, are you there? Would you like to talk about this poem?
Maura cannot turn her mic on.
Ah.
Okay.
All right, well, feel free to post it in the chat while we're playing the poem.
Sometimes when you forget things, it's like a part of you is dead. I'm sorry. I guess I misunderstood the lines above your eyebrows. Your wisdom does not bring apparel, but you scream knowledge. And I mean it in the nicest way possible. Each one of your years brings a story along with it, wearing a suit and tie, carrying a suitcase. You, a history class walking, a book of stories aligned, a mystery that has forgotten its secret. It's okay. I know one day, long ago, you knew who I was. You spoke my name in every syllable needed. You sang every lesson you taught me. It's okay. I know, long ago you would braid my hair and sing me songs from your time. I know, long ago you used to smile when you saw me, because you remembered how much I loved to hear your stories. Long ago, when the world was perfect, you used to sing my name in every call, every language you knew, and every tear you dry. I know, it's a sad world now, where the first are last and the last are first. I'll remember you, in every old picture and every story you tell.
So Amelia, would you like to talk about the song before I play it?
Yes, can you hear me? All right. Yeah. Yeah, so I worked with Patrick, who's not here, and Michaela, who I actually don't know if Michaela's here, but Patrick and I produced it, and we were really inspired by the topic of of Alzheimer's, and I don't like really want to spoil it too much, but I'm really proud of how it came out. Patrick played guitar, Michaela sang, and Patrick also played some samples on it, and I arranged the whole thing and did a production piece at the end. Yeah.
All right. This next one is called Stones Can Crack.
This is Stones Can Break by Janine Rios.
Please, don't ask me to man up. I've held my emotions for so long, and I'm breaking. I'm no black hole of negative comments. I'm in a pool trying to go afloat that turns into the middle of the sea, and I'm drowning. I wish I could talk about my emotions, struggles, and insecurities, but all I get is man up, get over it, or weak, used as a double-edged knife pointed at my heart. Before I know it, I'm struck again by my own pain, to which I'm supposed to walk away from. Again, my depression doesn't mean I don't want to be with you. I just feel hopeless, overwhelmed, and unhappy. I'm sad for no reason. It's eating away at me. Like being in a dark cave with no way out. It's a monster's mouth, and it devours me alive. First my mind, now my body, too much meat on my bones, or not much at all. Someone will find me attractive somehow, right? Hairy or not hairy enough. How am I supposed to fix that? We don't come in a perfect mold. This is no Build-A-Bear workshop. Can't create no dream man. We come in all shapes, sizes, colors, and heights. We don't come in a one-size package, or a Ken doll box, nor some superhero movie. A man will always and forever be a man, no matter the way we live, how we dress, or who we love. Let us not be defined by our X's or our Y's. Let us be who we want to be. Being free, not who you want us to be.
Yeah. So Kay, would you like to talk a little bit about the song before I play it?
Yeah, so Zeta and I took this song on as a duo because we really wanted to work on a song together. And we spent like 7 hours a night to just get it all done, and then we perfected it another day to like figure out the logistics and things. And yeah.
Wish I could talk about my emotions, struggles and insecurities. me to be, I'm suffocating, drowning in the middle of the sea. I'm not some made-up superhero movie that I'm told to bear. Except we don't come in one-size packages. Not a Kindle ready to be just us. A man will always be a man. I believe someone will find me attractive somehow. But I might be hairy or not hairy enough. Might be too much meat and bones and not very much. How am I supposed to fix that? I'm drowning, full again, trying to go nowhere far. I'm struck again by my own pain. With no end, a man will always forever be drowning. We all come in shapes and sizes, colors and heights, 'cause my body and mind. We don't come from a broken mold, let it not be defined by X's and Y's.
Yeah. Love the groove on that one. So this next poem is called The Sun and Moon. Julissa, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Of course. Now, Sun and Moon, I wrote it as a vent poem. I'm a person who, I wouldn't say flamboyant, but I really do love mysterious themes, the full moon, the night, rose petals floating in the breeze. And I wanted to incorporate that in a romantic poem, and thus Sun and Moon came into existence. I listened to piano as I wrote the tragic story that you all are about to witness and hear, and I have no idea how you guys made it into a song, but as with the Song of a Forgotten Land, I do not know what to expect, but I know it will blow me away. So I hope you all enjoy it. And well, it's a personal poem for me as well, so I hope you all really enjoy it.
Sun and moon, lost souls in a timeless place, bound by tragedies and a disgrace. A maiden's is moon, lost without a trace. A man's is sun, burnt and thrown away. I watched as they departed. In their looks I spotted that their love remained, even if there was no sky, even if their hearts dared to ask why. I am your son, whom I give upon. The coldness of your heart turned into a desire for warmth. The lady had eyes as dark as night. The man had eyes that changed in the light. Dark iris that held his evanescent sight, an exchange of a black hole pulling a galaxy to its core. I am your son, whom I give upon. The coldness of your heart turned into a desire for warmth. I saw the night they escaped, from the place where they could no longer take the burden of hiding their love, the burden of what they wanted to become. And into the night they fled, both with tears they had to shed. The moon shined in the maiden's eyes as the sunlight grazed the man's cries. I saw them run, the dashing man carrying his lady to a new future, a new life, a new place, contrary to where they held back their love and passion. Both their hearts were full of love and compassion. as he said, I am your moon, whom is there as soon as your cries are heard, as soon as you feel my serenity in your heart. Running in the breaking of day, the night was behind, as if it wanted to stay. Hand in hand under the rising sun, where they said their vows, as if they knew it was their last day. I am your moon, whom is there as soon as your cries are heard, as soon as you feel my serenity in your heart. I am your sun, whom I give upon the coldness of your heart, turned into a desire for warmth. I saw as they stopped to hug their final sun. I saw as they stopped to kiss their final day. Two souls united by true love had begun to be bound in heaven, sharing the same tomb. Shot they may have been from the place they fled, but if you listen closely, despite them being dead, you can hear their vows in the blossoming of the rose the maiden held before she received the final blow. Thank you.
Yes, just beautiful. Okay, so the songwriters for this, Emilio and Amos, do you want to talk a little bit about the song before I play it?
Yeah, I actually have a lot to say about Sun and Moon. So this song is super, super important to me. I worked really, really hard on this. This song is kind of like the fusion of me and Emilio as producers conceptually and technically, as we decided we wanted to split the song into two different halves, a sun half and a moon half, to kind of represent like the yin and yang of the relationship and the told in the story. So the sun half of the song, which is the one I did, is super bright and a little funky and energetic. I shouldn't say energetic, it's not energetic. And then Emilio, do you want to talk about the moon half?
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and the moon half in comparison is much how can I say? I tried to make it nocturnal, and it's much calmer. And I can't explain it so well, but basically it's sun and moon, the inverse of the sun half. Oh, and it's a lot of people on it, like not just Amos and me. So thanks to everyone.
Lost souls in a timeless place, bound by tragedies and a disgrace. A maiden's moon lost, without a trace. A man's son burned and thrown away. I watched as they departed. In their looks I spotted that the love remained, even if there was no sky. Even if their hearts dared to ask why, that the love remained, even if there was no sky. Okay, the lady has eyes as dark as night. The man had eyes that changed in the light. Dark hours that held his evanescent sight in exchange of a black hole. Okay, the lady has eyes as dark as night. The man had eyes that changed in the light. Dark hours that held his evanescent sight in exchange of a black hole, pulling a galaxy to its core. So I saw the night, they escaped from the place where they could no longer take the burden of hiding another burden of what they want to become. So into the night they fled, with the tears they had to shed. The moonshine in the maiden's eyes of the sunlight raised the man's cries. I saw them run, the man carrying his lady to a new future, a new life, a new place, contrary to where they held back the love and passion. Both their hearts are full of love and compassion, as he said. As he said.
I am your moon, whom is there as soon as your cries are heard, as soon as you feel my serenity in your heart.
Running in the break in the day, the night was behind as if it wanted to stay. Hand in hand under the rising summer day, said the vows as if they knew it was the last day. I saw as they stopped to hug the final sun. I saw as they stopped to kiss the final day. Two souls united by true love had begun to be bound in heaven, sharing the same tune. Shot they may have been from the place they fled, but if you listen closely, despite them being there, you can hear their vows in the blossoming of the rose. The maiden knelt before she received the final blow.
Beautiful. Yes. Okay, so this next poem is called Time.
I've always heard the saying, time is gold. But why is it so valuable? Yet I'm still young. I have a basic understanding of time. With time, there is life. In life, there is people. Among people, we find ourselves. In these brief seconds of life, we have moments. In these moments, we feel emotions. After they pass, we grow older. We live to remember, to see how our lives were back then and how much we've changed. While reflecting, we realize that time makes us smarter. It gives us experience. We learn to make the right decisions. Time makes us evolve in the same way for all. Good or bad, we learn to forgive, to move on, letting time sculpt us into who we are.
Yeah, that one was so creative. I love that. Okay, so Emilio and Luna, do you want to talk a little bit about this song before I play it?
Sure. Yeah, this is one of the first songs I started working on in this session of Maps. And it was really cool because me and Emilio collaborate a lot outside of school programs, and we got to collaborate on this. And this one was actually really interesting because in the beginning, like, I had a lot of trouble conveying the type of vision that I wanted for instruments. So I just decided I was going to be the instruments, and then I recorded a ton of vocals and then a lot of stuff. And then I started working with Emilio, and I got to go from there to make something that did have a backing track in a really cool way. So there's a lot of pieces, and I think it's very atmospheric, and it was really fun.
Yeah, Luna pretty much said I pretty much said everything. Amos did the mix, the final mix on this. So thank you, Amos. Yeah.
Indeed. Yes. Thank you, Amos.
I've always heard the saying, time is gold. But why is it so valuable? With time there is life, with life there is people. Among people we find ourselves. In these brief seconds, in these brief seconds of life, yet I have a basic understanding of time, to see how things were back then and how we've changed. And in reflecting, we learn that time makes us smarter, gives us experience. In these brief seconds, in these brief seconds of life, we grow older and live to remember.
Yeah. So this next poem is the last one. We've got one more poem, one more song. So please stick it out to the end, y'all. This one's called Colorblind.
This is Colorblind by Felix Bagues. To the one prior, colors can be deceiving. What can be primary may become complementary. To the one prior, where colors fly high, sometimes they may drown. The hue that suppresses the soul. To the one prior, you were liberty once. However, I am more than just pink and blue. To the one prior, you and I are not the same. To the one prior, I no longer recognize your name.
Luna, do you want to talk about the song before I play it?
Yes. So this is one of the other ones I put a lot of time into. It's such a beautiful poem, and it was such an honor to work on it. I love it so much. And I was originally really drawn to it because it had the words "colors flying high" in it, which reminded me of another poem called "Colors Flying High" that I had the honor of working on the last time I did maps. So I really wanted to do that, and this one, me and Amos really just poured ourselves into. I think there was like 50 tracks by the end, and all of the instruments are Amos, all of the vocals are me. It's sort of a long, epic thing that we just dumped a lot of time and energy. So I hope people enjoy it. Thank you for
Can I
everybody.
say something too, real quick?
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to say that this song, I'm so proud of this song. This is probably my favorite song that I ever had a part in writing. It's just, I put so much into this.
Amos killed it. He mixed it too. He's mixed a bunch of these. Thank you for all of that as well.
All right, well, without further ado, present to you Colorblind.
Colors can be deceiving. What was once primary may become complementary. Where colors fly high, some may drown in the hue that suppresses my soul. You and I are not the same to the one prior. I no longer recognize your name. You and I are not the same to the one prior. I no longer recognize your name. You were liberty once. However, I am more than just pink and blue. I am more than just pink and blue. You and I are not the same to the one prior. I no longer recognize your name. You and I are not the same to the one prior. I no longer recognize your name. To the one prior, colors can be deceiving. To the one prior, colors fly high. To the one prior, liberty won. To the one prior, not the same. I am more than just pink and blue. I am more than just pink and colors can be deceiving. What was once primary may become complementary. Where colors fly high, some may drown in the hue that suppresses my soul. You
Yes. Luna, that line. I don't recognize your name. Yes, to that. That was so good. That was amazing, you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking it out to the end. And wow, what a treat it is. And just how amazing that despite surviving a pandemic, you all were able to come up with just the most beautiful art and share it with us all tonight.
Yeah, and you know, it seems every year I say, oh my gosh, I think this is the greatest. This is just extraordinary, the work. Plus, we know how hard it was to do it. It's like mind-boggling how great you all did to come together, and Matthew and Janet and Allie and all the students. And by the way, Ilana, big shout out, because you pulled this sucker off and it came off, I mean, amazing. And this is the first time we've done it. So you deserve major kudos for making it happen. So anyway, we're blessed to work with you. Best, and what a great song and a message to close this year's MAPS program with Puerto Rico, and just fantastic.
Yes. Well, thank you all for being here. Have a great night.
Good weekend.